All right, y'all. Professor X here. Just recently at a MARS Wrestlpro India event owned by Pat Buck, they had a guest that they were going to book for the show. His name is Big Kaz. How you doing? But apparently, Big Kaz, I think, has some mental issues. He may be bipolar. I don't know. But this incident involves him, Pat Buck, and a couple other stars. It started out, the event, WrestlePro was having a farewell match for Pat Buck, who has now signed with WWE as a producer. It's confirmed that with multiple sources that were present that Kaz, who was booked as an unadvertised surprise to appear in a battle royal, was acting aggressive and erratic backstage over the course of the evening, leading to several incidents and finally his expulsion from the Rahway Rec Center in Rahway, New Jersey. At one point, Kaz confronted AEW star Joey Janela in a threatening manner, looking for a physical confrontation, apparently stemming from Janela's run-in several months back with Enzo Amore at a Blink-182 concert in New Jersey. One source believed Kaz slapped Janela, but it was unable to be confirmed. The irony over the situation that is told is that Kaz and Janela had been in the same locker room the night before for Northeast Wrestling, and here and there had been zero issues at all. Kaz was approached by WrestlePro's Kevin Matthews, who diffused the situation for the moment. Kaz continued to be loud and belligerent towards Janela to the point that Dan Maff warned WrestlePro that if Kaz wasn't calmed down, he was going to have to step in and handle the situation himself. We don't want that. Why don't you just call the cops? That's easier. Maff is known for being an extreme professional backstage, so that he even intimated he was at the point he wanted to take care of the situation was a huge sign Kaz was in the wrong. WrestlePro later had Maff and Janela, who were wrestling in the show, moved to a private room so they could call their match without distraction and to keep Kaz separated from them. However, Kaz's behavior didn't stop there, as he, according to four more different sources, made his way through the locker room, accusing several of stealing a sweater he owned, and began threatening that he was going to take care of the entire locker room, insinuating he was going to beat people up. This continued until Kaz ended up in a smaller backstage room with AEW stars SCU and Pat Buck, who were in the middle of putting together their main event match for the event. Kaz began accusing everyone in the room of stealing his belongings and acting in a threatening manner, threatening to fight them. He then turned to Buck, who was sitting, and said, "What are you going to do, tough guy?" and spit in Buck's face. Buck, with no recourse as he was backed against a wall, punched Kaz and took him down. With that one punch, Buck then grabbed Kaz and controlled him on the floor as the other wrestlers stormed in and pulled Kaz out of the room. We are told that the second class was down on the floor. We were told it was told that Kaz was down on the floor, and his entire demeanor changed as he went from aggressive and threatening to questioning why he was hit and asking what was going on. Local police who were in the building, the Rahway police station, is next door to the Rahway Rec Center. Oh, that was convenient. Why wasn't the police called in the first place? You know, this guy's got obviously a mental issues. He basically needs to be institutionalized, it looks like to me. Okay, Rec Center. So the police are next door. So whenever there is a wrestling show, there are tons of on-duty and off-duty officers who stop by to visit. We're asked by WrestlePro to escort Kaz from the building. The cops, were asked to escort Kaz from the building. Kaz was removed and Buck's farewell went on as planned. The consensus in the locker room is that Kaz was completely unprofessional, especially given the fact that he was being given a chance by the promotion to come work as he was trying to redeem himself in the business. Some were so angry over the situation that there was a belief that had Kaz remained in the locker room, there were wrestlers who were willing to physically throw him out, or worse. Yeah, there you go. Or he could have been stabbed. Can you say a Bruiser Brody? But they were trying to be professional with someone who wasn't being professional at all. There was a lot of sympathy for Buck given what tonight meant to him personally, and because he was placed in a situation where he had zero choice but to defend himself against someone much bigger that was disrespecting of the locker room. Obviously, Kaz won't be booked again by the promotion. Oh boy. And it was later told that by several fans who were there that even after being ejected, Kaz remained outside the venue after Wrestlepro's event ended, and at one point it appeared local police were searching his car. Kaz sat down on the sidewalk, and according to 3 different fans we heard from, including one who sent a picture, began loudly making remarks about himself to the point that concerned authorities called for an ambulance to take Kaz to transport him to a local hospital. Okay, all this sums up to me is this guy, I think, has some mental issues. He may be suffering from mental illness, and I'm not gonna make jokes or any insults. Like I said, a former WCW TNA performer, Daphne, also was diagnosed with bipolar. I don't know how Kaz came to suffer by a mental illness, but being in the wrestling business itself, maybe the wrestling business can cause mental illness because it takes such a toll on you mentally, physically, and spiritually. Me personally, I wish Kaz all the best, and I hope he gets some help. And like I said, he's entertaining. And him and Enzo Amore together, to me, it's like magic. The gift of gab and the how you doing. Like I said, a lot of people didn't like him that I know, here on YouTube and in the YWC, but I personally thought they were entertaining. They're both out of WWE, but the more important issue here is for Kaz to get help and to continue doing what he loves if he can. I'd like to see him come back. I'd like to see him recover. Like I said, mental illness isn't no joke, and to me, in my opinion, that's what this looks like. It looks like it's just like some kind of mental issue that's making him snap. Because like I said, one minute he's threatening, and then after he was taken down, he was wondering what happened, why he was hit. So to me, that's an early warning, a mental illness sign that needs to be diagnosed and dealt with and treated ASAP before it gets worse. Because maybe the older he gets, the worse he gets. So, Big Kaz, I'm gonna say a prayer for you, and and pray that you get the help that you deserve. Y'all let me know y'all's thoughts in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace.